we don't really talk about disability and ableism that much, partly because, let's be fair, ableism discussions online, you've got a 50-50 chance of things just being too soy from the onset. You know, all I'm saying is, you know how it is. Yeah, knowers will know, okay? If you know, you know. Not to say that I'm not on the side of better treatment of disabled people, you know, in spite of what some may claim, some of the words that I use, I'm actually a pretty aggressive advocate for that sort of thing. Not only because I believe in, you know, the innate dignity of humanity and the moral righteousness of taking care of people, but also because it's objectively more efficient to handle disabled people better than we do now. Like, one of the most obvious examples of this is the fact that the government will provide you a stipend if you're disabled, if you can prove it and go through the bureaucracy, but you lose it if you ever have assets which exceed $2,000, meaning that if you're disabled and you need checks from the government and you're getting checks from the government and you don't want to lose those checks from the government, you can never own more than $2,000 of a thing. Not just $2,000 in the bank. If you own a car, no. If you own an e-bike, no. If you own a nice computer, no. That's just the one ownership, by the way. Factor in your owning clothes, factor in anything, like literally like you own anything. $2,000 for the total combined assets of your entire life. Yeah, do you have a PS5? That's like 1/4 of your government yeah, do you have a bed with does your disability require that you sleep on a nice bed because of like back pain? Well, congratulations, bucko. That's it right there, you know? Yeah, your wheelchair. The application process is also really long and difficult and often requires you to debase yourself. Yeah, the application process is two orderlies like hit you with sticks and say like, can you get up now? Can you get up now? And if you do get up, they say you're not disabled and you lose the money. More or less. Don't fact check me on that. I think I'm right. Vaush, my neighbor's wife, had to go live in an assisted living facility because they have assets. He has to pay $10K a month. His wife wants to die because he's slowly selling his farm to pay it. Yeah, that's horrible, you know? It's also one of the reasons why Republicans don't want to be out and about with it, because disability does not disproportionately strike left-leaning people. As we all know, women are woke. Black people, woke. Hispanic people, woke. Asian people, it depends on which side of the current race war in the city they're in is going, okay? But generally speaking, disproportionately woke, okay? But disabled people and the relatives thereof, totally broad, like across the spectrum, literally and figuratively, you know? You can't really rope them into the greater culture war, because who's gonna be convinced through the rhetoric of the Republican Party, like, yeah, the real enemy of the American people is the, you know, the greedy disabled grandmother that I have who gets government benefits. I don't think so. Not likely. We're not at Nazi levels of dehumanization of the disabled. All I'm saying is that, like, you don't have to reach that level for things to get really bad or worse. I mean, as people have been pointing out, and let me just refresh my memory really quickly, because I don't remember necessarily if this is the case. Project 2025 does, in fact, want to remove the American Disability Association, right? Is that not correct? It calls for removing enforcement of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, a landmark federal law that ensures students with disabilities are entitled to a free, appropriate education. Nice. That's cool. That's demonic. Yeah, well, the people who wrote Project 2025, to be clear, are Nazis. And I don't mean that euphemistically. The Heritage Foundation used to be like a pseudo-libertarian neocon think tank. They were writing articles about how, like, you know, immigration actually isn't that bad. When they realized, after MAGA, when they realized that wasn't, like, no one was listening to them anymore. No, the Republican Party wasn't listening to them anymore. Why would they? Their messaging was entirely out of line with the Republican messaging. They freaked out and had a reorganization, and when the dust cleared, the people who do the messaging at the Heritage Foundation now are history's greatest monsters. I'm really sorry. They're genuinely evil, and they hate you. They hate you more than you could possibly imagine. They hate you more than you love anyone. It's their entire life. Thank you for talking about this. I'm actually about to have a mental breakdown. You're capable of predicting those. My brother lives from these assisted programs. If they win, he might actually die or be homeless. Ben675, I've got good news for you. If they win, a lot of people watching the stream might end up dying, okay? Don't worry, it's not going to be just your brother. It's not beginning and ending with the homeless, I'll tell you that much, okay? The Republican Party is openly campaigning on the ethnic cleansing of 15 million Latin Americans. Trust me, it's not the process does not begin and end with your brother. So your brother's in good company. There's a lot of cool people chatting here.